So I just want to quickly start off by thanking the University of Portland for their amazing hospitality. The UP crew set up all the social events yesterday, and I've heard nothing but rave reviews from every single group that came back. So thank you so much for all the hard work and thoughtfulness that went into planning that, for sure. Before we get started with our program this evening, I just wanted you to take a quick moment and enjoy this highlight video commemorating another memorable year in West Coast Conference athletics. Yikes. I think the theme of this meeting is have not yet been able to get sound right.
Champion, and the number 6 team in the country is immediately on top.
Lyman probably looking to cross it again here, does. It's up high and finds the corner of the net.
Oh, Nick Hauger putting it down on the BYU Cougars, doing a great job.
Michel shoots, and he scores.
Look out. Oh, my God, the rim. Are you kidding me, Roxy? Brandon Clark. Barry bumps it, Lukes couldn't get it through the BYU block for a fourth time. Medill will try the other side.
Ingebretson, same spot, takes a shot into the back of the net. 1-0 St. Mary's.
1-0, line to right, and he trapped it in right field.
You got to force that at home now, wow.
And there's the out. They might get a triple play.
That's a triple play.
And it is a triple play.
Unbelievable.
Sierra Marshall now with her first hit of the ball game. Will it be in time? A monstrous catch from right field.
To Zykira Rice. Rice in the lane, off the glass. Good!
BYU is your WCC tournament champion.
Forstier's got it. The throw to first is high, but he's on the bag, and that completes a no-hitter for Ryan Shreve.
Performance by St. Mary's to win the West Coast Conference championship game.
And that'll do it. The Lions win the championship.
Here's Ferrari. Penetrate. Popcorn for Ferrari. He ate popcorn. He ate popcorn.
Loyola Marymount is going to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2000 as the West Coast Conference baseball champion.
Presidents, athletic directors, administrators, student athletes, family, friends, and our live audience watching on the W.TV and Facebook Live. Welcome to the 2019 West Coast Conference Honors Dinner. We are thrilled to look back at such a memorable year and recognize a few of our outstanding teams and individuals at tonight's event. The 2018-19 season was one to remember across the board in the West Coast Conference. As we continue to position ourselves as a well-recognized, nationally competitive, and multi-bid conference in almost every sport, our teams and student athletes posted some remarkable achievements this year. It was another spectacular postseason on the cross-country trail, including second and third place finishes at nationals on the men's side. 5 volleyball teams competed in the NCAA tournament, highlighted by BYU qualifying for its second Final Four in the last 5 years after an 11-week run as the nation's top team. 4 basketball teams, 2 men, 2 women's, competed in the NCAA tournament, and for the first time, all 4 advanced to at least the second round. Gonzaga men's basketball spent 5 weeks ranked as the #1 team in the country. Overall, 5 WCC teams across 4 sports were ranked in the top 5, and a dozen WCC teams earned top 10 rankings. We have at least 30 All-Americans so far this year. 9 WCC institutions earned postseason victories, capped by LMU's baseball run to the regional finals earlier this year. I just want to take a moment. I mean, it's a lot of stats, but we talked all day about the depth and how much excellence we have in this league. I mean, pound for pound, with our enrollment sizes, these are truly tremendous accomplishments. So well done, all. This year had many memorable moments across the conference's 15 sports. Congratulations to each and every one of our teams, and thank you all in this room for your commitment. It is because of your dedication and hard work that WCC students, student athletes, and coaches have the opportunity to compete on a national level and be successful. I'd like to take a moment before we really start the program. This is definitely entitled to be about our student-athlete accomplishments, but I want to recognize a couple of key milestones that are happening this year in our league. First, again, take a moment to recognize one of our staff members, Jeff Turiel, our Associate Commissioner for Broadcasting Communications. He has spent 9 years at the conference office and made tremendous impacts to everyone he's had an opportunity to work with. He was at the beginning of quite a few of our external initiatives, including the development of our W.TV, our award-winning video services. He is also known as our baseball administrator, but more importantly for his unflappable calm amidst most storms, any storms. And we will miss you much as you and your wife Stephanie tackle your next adventures down in San Diego. We hope to see you around much since you'll still be in the footprint. Thank you for everything, JT. I would like to personally recognize and thank 3 very important individuals for their service. Pam Ibeck is retiring as president of the University of Pacific. During her tenure, she brought UOP back home to the WCC. Dr. Ibeck is unable to be with us here tonight, but please join me in thanking her for her service. Father Michael Eng has served as the president of Santa Clara University since 2009, and he will soon be retiring. Please welcome Santa Clara AD Renee Baumgardner to say a few words about President Eng.
Good evening. Santa Clara President Father Michael Eng has given 10 years of his life transforming Santa Clara University. I'd like to share a few highlights. Not only has Father Eng launched and integrated a strategic plan, he raised Santa Clara's academic profile, fundraised millions of dollars for scholarships and faculty enhancements. He established a $1 billion campaign. He built 9 incredible buildings in 10 years, and the 9th one was my favorite one because it's the Schott Athletic Excellence Center. He established the Office for Diversity and Inclusion, an Office for Sustainability, and the Athletics Blue Ribbon Commission report. Father Eng was the first president in over 30 years to invest in athletics. But what I've admired the most about Father Eng is that he loved and adored our student athletes and our students on the campus at Santa Clara University. I know his hard work has paid off because he had a tremendous impact on their lives, and he will be missed. It is my pleasure to introduce my president, Santa Clara's president, Father Michael Eng.
As you make your way up, we want to thank you for the leadership and the time you have dedicated to Santa Clara and the West Coast Conference. And we have made a donorship in your donation in your parents' name to the Santa Clara U Scholarship Fund. check's still up here, but we'll get that to you later. We would also like to recognize outgoing Pepperdine University President Andy Benton, who will be retiring after nearly 20 years as Pepperdine's president. Please welcome Pepperdine AD Steve Potts to say a few words.
Thank you. When I talk about Pepperdine athletics, I like to talk about three things: our commitment to our Christian mission, our commitment to the academic and overall well-being of our student athletes, and our commitment to compete for championships. In that order, intentionally. And I can make those statements with confidence because I know that I have a president that supports every one of those wholeheartedly, and not only supports them, but he lives those. You can't spend a lot of time with Andy Benton without quickly realizing he's a strong man of faith. He's committed to Christian higher education and has given much of his life to that endeavor. That he is a president of the students. They all know him as AKB. And he's competitive and enjoys winning championships and competing for those. Andy Benton is a thoughtful leader. I've appreciated learning from him. I'm a better person. I'm a better listener. I hope I'm a better leader because of his influence. And I know that he's been a part of this conference for a long time, and he's loved every student athlete that's been a part of this conference, Pepperdine or not. It's important to him. You won't find many presidents that will invite a men's volleyball team to his house for a sleepover, which he did. You won't find many presidents that take their shiny black Ford Mustang and drive the Route 66, not once but twice. You won't find many presidents that will invite the freshman class to his home on campus and bring out his band and serenade them with a concert. Andy Benton is a true Renaissance man, I believe, and he's been a wonderful leader for me and a great friend. And it's my pleasure to introduce my boss and my friend, Andy Benton.
We're presenting President Benton with a plaque that lists all the WCC championships that Pepperdine has earned during his tenure.
Wow.
Here you go. All right, we begin our awards presentation with our annual West Coast Conference Student Athlete Advisory Committee Awards. These include our WCC Sponsorship Awards, our hashtag WCC Represent Award, and WCC SAAC Community Service Award as part of the conference-wide hashtag WCC Represent campaign. These award winners are nominated by their institutions and voted on by the conference's SAAC. The Community Service Award was a student-athlete-driven initiative to better recognize our institution's community service efforts. We would like to recognize the University of San Diego for winning the 3rd annual WCC SAAC Community Service Award. The award is given to the institution that has the highest average of community service hours per student athlete. San Diego logged over 5,000 hours of community service with an average of over 14 hours per student athlete. We would like to invite USD student-athlete Garrett Kurtz and Katie Citta to the stage to accept the award on behalf of the University of San Diego's SAAC. Congratulations. Thanks, you guys forgot it. My man on the photographer's got to move a little quicker. At this time, I would like to invite Ezra Broder to the stage. Ezra is our longtime director of video services and is the producer and co-host of our award-winning WCC All Access television show. He will interview our student athletes this evening so you can get to know them a little bit better. Oh, look at you. Thank you, Ezra. Our Male Sportsmanship Award winner is being recognized by his peers for showing great respect towards his opponents and tennis officials. In his nomination, he was described as consistently displaying integrity and fairness in his line calls, even sometimes to his own detriment. Please welcome to the stage this year's Male Sportsmanship Award winner from the University of San Diego, men's tennis student athlete, Garrett Kurtz.
How are we doing, Garrett?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you. So first I want to read a direct quote from your coach, Ryan Keckley. He says you're known as the little engine that could on the court. Can you give us a little insight as to what he's talking about exactly?
Well, I mean, as you guys can probably see, I'm not the biggest guy out there, and there's a lot of tennis players over the years I've played. 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". So, kind of from a young age, I've always been a small kid growing up, and never kind of had, a huge frame to depend on. So, kind of coming to USD, he always described me as someone who, was a small guy, but always work really hard, and would not let the size affect kind of my tennis game. And I think that's something that kind of in life that for me, I've always, being small or whatever, there's always those short jokes or whatever, but it's kind of something that you never, it's like, who cares, like whatever. So it's something that, doesn't limit me, so.
I totally feel your pain.
Yeah.
So it depends on who you ask. Tennis players, sometimes not known for sportsmanship, but it's a game where you get to call in or out. You're sort of the judge. Again, your coach described you as always being fair and correcting judges even when it benefits your opponent and not you. How hard is it to make a call that goes against yourself?
I mean, it's really painful, but no, I mean, I guess it's something that was kind of instilled in me with, through my parents and my hometown coaches who, always told me that tennis as what they said was a gentleman's sport, in the sense that it was, you would be classy and you would be, gracious in defeat, and then when you would win, the same exact thing. You wouldn't showboat, you wouldn't do that. So I think for me, coming through my years of tennis, kind of trying to follow those examples from my parents and from my coach, and then, head coach at USD, Ryan Keckley, is great in terms of he understands that there's a lot of college tennis teams actually that college tennis is very brutal, and it's very, like, if you win, you win, and you lose. Like, it's very in your face, and there's a lot of programs that I don't think they don't understand that, I think, to the extent that he does. So for us, every time we lose or we win, he's like, all right, you guys got to go shake your hands. You guys got to make sure, you win with class and you lose with class. So I think that's something for me that I've just tried to stick to as a person, because I feel like that's something that I think over the years may have been lost a little bit, and so I just tried to do my little part and hopefully keeping that tradition going. So.
And you guys have done a lot of winning with class. I think it's 6 straight WCC titles now?
Yep,
yeah.
we're trying to go for 7 now, but who knows?
And you've been doing all of this as a type 1 diabetic, which obviously presents challenges as a D1 athlete. And for those of you who haven't seen it, the W.TV did a feature on Garrett and his type 1 diabetes, so go check that out. But can you describe how you've kind of managed to overcome that? And I know you even had an encounter with Billie Jean King as part of that.
Right. So actually, I won this award called the Donnelly Award last year, which highlights type 1 diabetic tennis players. And Billie Jean is an awesome woman in terms of doing things in terms of, social rights and, activism and everything in terms of, she started actually the WTA, the Women's Tennis Association, and the whole women's tour. And in terms of tennis, she's a legend. And she did things with Bobby Riggs and the Battle of the Sexes. So in terms of meeting her and experiencing that was incredible. And she's a diabetic as well, so that was kind of really an awe-inspiring moment. And I realized, hey, look at this woman who has accomplished so many things. So I kind of, took a lead from her. And I was diagnosed when I was 7. And I started playing tennis when I was 7.5. So I grew up playing with diabetes. And tennis is a very individualistic sport in the sense that when you go out on the court, you have no coaching from your parents, no outside interaction. College is a little bit different because the coaches can talk to you, but from when you start tournaments in the junior divisions from 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s, you go out on the court, it's all independent. So I think for me it was just something that I had to get used to, and I had to just adapt and continue on because, if I didn't manage my diabetes, I wouldn't be kind of where I am right now. So I think it's just something that I've taken on, and, it's like I like to think I own the disease, it doesn't own me. So. And
you've done it quite well.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say, or anyone that you'd like to thank?
I'd just like to thank all the WCC officials. This whole program is wonderful, and I actually didn't really even know it existed until I got notified of this award. But just everything, all the presidents, everyone in general. Like, I know probably us student athletes give you some grief sometimes, but I think we take pride in competing in WCC, and I'd just like to thank from the USD table, the president, and Bill McGillis, and my mom as well, because I definitely would not be here without my mom. So,
literally.
Yep, quite literally.
Thanks, Garrett.
Quick being the operative word. Our female Sportsmanship Award winner is being recognized by her peers for demonstrating a positive attitude even when faced with adversity. In her nomination, she was described as exemplifying poise and integrity on the basketball court in spite of being the recipient of extremely physical play from her opponents throughout the season. This year's Female Sportsmanship Award winner from Pepperdine University, Barbara Citta. Barbara is unable to be here with us, but she provided us a short video of thanks. And again, sound.
Thank my family for shaping me into the person I am today. My coaches and... Hi, sorry I was... I want to thank you so much for this honor. It's a privilege to play in the WCC and represent Pepperdine. I want to thank my family for shaping me into the person I am able to make. Hi, sorry I was unable to make it today, but I was in Fiji studying abroad. I just want to thank you so much for this honor. It's a privilege to play in the WCC and represent Pepperdine. I want to thank my family for shaping me into the person I am today, my coaches and teammates for pushing me on and off the court, and especially God for keeping me healthy this whole season. We had a long competitive season, and in doing so, we played with gratitude, dignity, and respect. So thank you so much to everyone. Bye.
Garrett and Barbara, we're all so proud of you. Congratulations. This year we have #WCC Represent Award winners who are being recognized by their peers for their dedication to being an amazing representation of their conference, institution, team, and themselves. The SAAC groups from both BYU and University of the Pacific were selected as winners this year. Accepting the award on behalf of BYU is Shaylee Gonzalez. Accepting the award on behalf of Pacific is Nikki Leishman. Congrats, BYU and Pacific. Scholar Athletes of the Year. The Mike Giller WCC Scholar Athlete of the Year Award recognizes the finest accomplishments in athletics, academics, and community by individuals who have completed their collegiate athletic eligibility. This year's Mike Giller WCC Female Scholar Athlete of the Year carries a 3.67 cumulative GPA as an exercise science major. One of the most decorated student athletes in school history, she is a two-time All-American and was a finalist for AVCA National Player of the Year. One of the nation's top offensive players, she propelled BYU back to the Final Four in 2018 after helping the Cougars to a remarkable 1-18-13 overall record in 4 years. In the classroom, she earned Citta Academic All-American honors in 2018. Ronnie Jones-Perry was unable to attend tonight, but here's a video of her acceptance speech.
Hi, first I wanted to apologize for not being able to be in attendance tonight. And then I also just wanted to say thank you for this award. I'm super grateful for it. And then I also want to thank my coaches and teammates because I know that recognition like this doesn't come if you're not surrounded by people that are great and people that help you be your best. And then I also want to thank my husband Todd and my family for all their love and support throughout all of my college career. So thank you.
To accept this award on Ronnie's behalf, please welcome to the stage from BYU, Liz Darger. This year's Mike Giller WCC Male Scholar Athlete of the Year carries a 3.26 cumulative GPA while pursuing his master's in organizational leadership. A candidate for the Bob Cousy and Senior Class Awards in men's basketball, he ranks third all-time in WCC history in assists. During his standout career, he helped guide Gonzaga to the 4 NCAA Sweet 16s, 2 Elite Eights, and a national title game appearance. He leaves Spokane with the second most victories in NCAA history. In the classroom, he was named to the WCC All-Academic Team 3 times and has volunteered extensively in the community, mentoring local youth. The 2019 Mike Giller Male Scholar Athlete of the Year winner from Gonzaga University is men's basketball student athlete Josh Perkins. Josh was unable to join us here tonight, so here is his acceptance speech.
How's it going, everybody? Just want to start off by saying sorry I couldn't be at the ceremony. I've been traveling all day, Sacramento this morning, Chicago tonight, Philly tomorrow, and then, Charlotte the day after that. And that's just another beginning, so I'll be all over the place. But I know there's good people, good company and great food in front of you. So enjoy that, for me, please. But get to the point, I just want to say thank you, to the entire committee for even allowing my name to be a part of something so special. But to even win this award is, it's a humbling experience, and I'm beyond honored, to have my name, like I said, to be even a part of something, so special. Recognizing, sports, such a big part of our lives, but honestly, one of the smaller things that we can do, as people. I think that, this award, kind of touches that. So thank you to everybody who voted for me. Thank you to, my coaching staff. Thank you to, Gonzaga Athletics, and a huge thank you to, Gonzaga, the athlete support services, because without them, a lot of things aren't possible. So you guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the night. Eat good, and go Zags.
To accept this award on Josh's behalf, please welcome to the stage Gonzaga University's Shannon Stroll. Now on to our postgraduate scholarship winners. To be eligible for a WCC postgraduate scholarship, a student athlete must have a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.25, demonstrate significant athletic contributions to his or her sport for a minimum of 2 years, and have a record of participation in campus or community activities. He or she also must submit a personal statement of intention to attend graduate or professional school for which this scholarship would be awarded. This year's WCC female postgraduate scholarship winner carries a 3.89 cumulative GPA in biology, a 4-year member of the Dean's List, and a 2-time WCC All-Academic First Team selection. She started in all 78 matches during her 4-year career and ranked 4th in program history and minutes played. An all-WCC selection, she was named the Female Student Athlete of the Year at Loyola Marymount after a standout junior campaign. Since her arrival, the Senior Class Award nominee has volunteered extensively in the community, focusing most of her efforts in caring for animals and growing the sport of soccer. She plans to pursue a career as a veterinarian and has been accepted to the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. Please welcome the 2019 West Coast Conference Female Postgraduate Scholarship winner from Loyola Marymount University, Emma Tiernauer.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
So you're clearly an animal lover.
Yes.
The WCC has cougars, bulldogs, lions, and tigers. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Which one's your favorite animal?
That's actually a tough question. I work with bulldogs a lot at my work. Cougars and tigers are both really fierce animals, but I definitely have to say lions.
So as Gloria mentioned, you're heading to the top-ranked vet school in the country, UC Davis. Can you just talk about how your love of animals started and kind of what you want to do with your degree ultimately?
So I can't remember a time when I didn't love animals. I grew up with at least one animal in the house at all times. So I had a cat when I was really young, and I have a dog right now. His name is Bramble, and we actually have a running joke on my team and in my family that since I'm an only child, he's actually my brother. So, but yeah. So.
Cool. Again, Gloria mentioned a lot of your accolades, but I'm just going to run through them again. First team all-conference. You led LMU to the NCAA Sweet 16 and the best season in program history. WCC first team all-academic, graduated with a 3.89 GPA as a biology major. And you were one of 30 National Senior Class Award nominees for women's soccer. What will you remember most about your time in LA?
Definitely the relationships and just with all my teammates, my coaches, the staff, the faculty, and just everyone I came into contact with at LMU was amazing. I definitely wouldn't be here today without them. And I'll definitely remember my time, or our journey to the NCAA tournament my sophomore year. It was an amazing experience, being the first time in, I guess, ever since we made it there. And I just remember after beating Cal in the first round, I think it was a 6 or 7 hour bus ride back, our team went nonstop singing karaoke and dancing. So I was probably more tired after that than the game itself.
And of course, you knocked off the Bears.
Exactly.
So they're not on the list either. Anything else you'd like to say, or anyone that you'd like to thank?
Again, I'd just like to thank my dad, who's here today. I wouldn't be here without him. My coaches, my professors, my academic advisors, and just everyone at LMU. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Emma.
This year's WCC Male Postgraduate Scholarship winner carries a 3.92 GPA while pursuing an MBA from Gonzaga University. A 2017 magna cum laude graduate in economics, he was a 4-year starter for the Bulldogs and capped his career by being named Gonzaga's Male Scholar Athlete of the Year in 2019. Since his arrival, the 4-time Gonzaga President's List honoree has volunteered extensively in the community. He plans to pursue a career in the legal profession and will attend law school once completing his MBA. Please welcome the 2019 West Coast Conference Male Postgraduate Scholarship winner from Gonzaga University, men's soccer student athlete Jacob Kempf.
Congrats, Jake. Thank you. So I'm not going to be redundant, and I won't relist everything that Gloria just mentioned, but clearly a lot of accolades for your resume. What are you most proud of from your time at GU?
It's pretty hard to narrow it down, but I think being able to get 2 degrees in 4 years was something pretty cool, and I'm proud to have accomplished that.
I would say that's pretty cool, pretty impressive. So Gloria mentioned you're planning to go to law school. You've been accepted into UCLA, which is ranked top 15 in the country. Some notable alumni include the Commissioner of the Big East, Val Ackerman, 2020 presidential candidate, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Besides not having to deal with snow anymore, what are your plans for the future?
I want to practice law eventually after graduation, hopefully get a job at a top corporate firm, and just going to narrow down what I want to practice while I'm in school, hopefully.
But seriously, though, no more snow for you.
That'll be nice. Yeah.
So your poli-sci professor mentioned your study of Rwanda's coffee market liberalization efforts. He also noted you're always attentive and alert. I feel like there's some sort of correlation between the two.
Yeah, there's probably a bit of correlation. I'm a big-time coffee drinker, but it's always nice to study and write a paper on something you enjoy, so it made it nice.
And I'm sure you use the caffeine to help you stay up to write that paper, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else that you'd like to add, or people that you'd like to thank?
I'd just like to thank everybody at the conference, and once again, all the people at Gonzaga from both the academic and athletic sides of things, and then my family, and most importantly, my parents here tonight with me.
Congrats, Jake.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Em and Jacob. We look forward to following your careers and watching you conquer the world. The West Coast Conference Commissioner's Cup is awarded to the WCC institution garnering the most success during conference play. In addition, the WCC also recognizes institutions that had the most success across the conference-sponsored sports by presenting a Men's All-Sports Award and a Women's All-Sports Award. This year's Commissioner Cup winner won an impressive 6 West Coast Conference championships and finished second in 3 other sports. finishing with 106.5 points, the winner of the Commissioner's Cup for the record 7th straight year, as well as both the Men's All-Sports Trophy and the Women's All-Sports Trophy, BYU. BYU, please come up. I wish I thought ahead and filled this with something for you. Wait, there's more. Our photographer's running out of steam, I think. Congratulations, BYU. That is our final award of the night. As we conclude this year's honors dinner and conclude my first full year as commissioner, I look forward to working with each and every one of you to maximize our conference exposure, help elevate our collective new brand, and continue to work with such wonderful people. I think this entire banquet and honor ceremony just really highlights the best of what makes us so special as a league and an athletic family. So thank you to you all. Safe travels on your way home, and please enjoy your summers.